everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K, and today we're going to be playing, more than likely, some MegaMek, but we're going to start off with some MekHQ. Hello, Virank. Glad you can make it. Give me 1 second. I just realized I had turned down the thermostat earlier so the AC would kick on all at once. I need to go turn it back up. 1 sec. Okay, told you 1 sec. Virank. Lots going on, he says, in response to me asking, how have you been? That makes 2 of us. I do apologize for my sporadic, less than consistent streaming in the last few weeks. I've also had a lot going on. Speaking of which, we are going to be cutting this stream short today. I'm shooting for 5:30 to 5:40. So 20 to 30 minutes early we'll be cutting out because I have somewhere to be at 6:30. Hopefully that is enough time to get through this mission. We only have to destroy 25% of their forces, but they are bringing 33,000 points worth of forces. So that does mean that we've got to destroy, what, about 8,250? So yeah, that'll be fun. We do have a few things to take care of first. For starters, Shasa finished activating the grasshopper, so we can assign that to Adon Gato, so that he can get out of the grizzly, which is missing a leg. And we can put that, that was Tongalance. There's Tongalance. Yeah, we can remove the grizzly, we can add Adon, and the grasshopper. So now Tongalance is combat ready. We've got Victor Rama and Naren Limbrick in their Black Knight and Daishi respectively, coming back in, I think, a day. Let me double check that. They are on Sector 3, which has a period of 2 days, so yeah, they should be back tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, we do have some refits going on that are going to be ready in a few days, or in real-time talk, we're talking several weeks. Several streams from now, we'll have this Ostrak ready, or the Clint. The General will be ready in about 4 days in game time, so we might actually finish that today, depending on how this mission goes. We're still on Baker 3. Yeah, this pivotal engagement is the battle that we're gearing up for. We are going to be getting an officer, Sonia, in a cataphract, a 3-4 pilot. Again, 33,000 points worth of enemies. We've got elementals, 2 Battle Cobra Primes, looks like, 2 Black Lantern Primes, both with 2-3 pilots. We've got 2 Ryokan Ps. No, we've got a Ryokan P and a Ryokan Prime. The Ryokan Prime has ER large, ER medium, ER large, ER medium, ER medium, so 2 ER larges and 3 ER mediums. The P has ER large, medium pulse, medium pulse, medium pulse, streak 6, streak 6. So fewer heat sinks, more missiles. We do also have a Black Hawk D, which is not the scariest Black Hawk ever. It has an LB5X and an LRM-20, and it appears to be vastly oversank, with 4 double heat sinks on the crit chart, on top of, what is it, 10, I think, that it has in its engine, because it's a 50-tonner with a 5.8 movement profile, so that's a 250 engine, so yeah, that's 10 heat sinks stored. The Black Lantern D, medium pulse, ER small, machine gun, medium pulse, ER small, machine gun. Okay, nothing too scary yet. SRM-6 flamer, SRM-6 mask. Okay, so the Black Lantern's going to be pretty fast when it needs to be, but it's not that heavily armed. 2 medium pulses, 2 ER smalls, 4 machine guns, 2 SRM 6s. Not streak 6s, but regular SRMs. We do have a Black Hawk S with a 1-2 pilot, and that is the one with 6 medium pulse lasers and 5. Wait, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, 6 medium pulses and 4 machine guns, and the heat sinks to use them every turn. So, them being pulse lasers and him being a 1-2 pilot, those are going to be scary accurate. They're not going to have the damage output of the ER lasers, but they are going to hurt. And we've got Barbara, who's a 2-3 in the same mech. We do have some tanks coming in as reinforcements, 4,000 points worth, and some mechs, almost 7,000 points. All regular and veteran pilots. We've got a Crusader 3R, an Archer 2R, a Warhammer 6R, and a Longbow 0W. That is the one without medium lasers or armor. So that's the fast bow. And again, our objective, a massive enemy force has taken to the field, and if they are allowed to gain momentum, they will become an unstoppable threat. Their mission is to blunt their advance by destroying at least 25% of their forces, forcing them to slow their assault and reconsider their position. The enemy is relying on overwhelming numbers, expecting to steamroll our defenses, target high-value units, disrupt their formations, and make them bleed for every inch of ground. If they hesitate or falter, their offensive will collapse before it can reach full strength. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, ensuring we hold the ground and any remaining salvage. Stand firm, inflict maximum damage, and break their momentum before it's too late. So we've got an allied mech, ground armor forces, allied mechs. Wait, seriously? Do they not have any bases on this track? Okay, we are, sorry, this track, this is the battle. Yeah, they don't have any bases on this track. We have a tank base, allied, industrial base, and a mech base. Cool. So yeah, destroy or route 25%. So 8,250 thereabouts. 8,200 and change. Don Gato now in the Grasshopper, has jumping jacks, some like it hot, and multitasker. You know what? He could take an energy specialization right now, and that would boost his offensive capabilities quite significantly. The Grasshopper he's in has been modified. It has close to max armor, except on the legs looks like, 2 large lasers, standard style, and 8 ER small lasers, clan style, and 2 medium pulses. All energy weapons, all of which would benefit from an energy specialization. So, yeah, I think that's worth doing. We're gonna go ahead and generate energy. Generate specialization. One of these is supposed to be the prerequisite for the other, and I don't remember which is which. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give him laser specialist for now. Just because that one I think should be the prerequisite, because it does come with the penalty to other types of weapons. But that doesn't matter because he doesn't have any other types of weapons. We've got Hoser here with 43 XP holding on to. We were saving that for, I don't remember what. It wasn't Edge, because we've got 6 of that on this character. We've got leadership and strategy and tactics. He is the Lance Commander, isn't he? Yeah, he is the Lance Commander. So the leadership doesn't really do much, but the strategy and the tactics do. In fact, tactics might not be a bad idea for that 3rd point of initiative, because they're probably going to have 3 points of initiative too. But that's up to you, Vyrank. Um, Other than that, we do have Victor Rama in the Black Knight, who also already has gunnery specialization and gunnery energy. Let's see. Don't think there's anything else we can do today. Even the warehouse, everything that we stripped off of those clan mechs that we disassembled as salvage, is still technically in transit for another day. The mechs that we brought to that last engagement are also going to be en route for another day. The infirmary is all set up. Everyone is being seen to by Delphine. Finances are looking good. I think there's nothing else we can really do today. So let's go ahead and advance. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Had me worried there for a second. That took way too long to advance the day. We do have some birthdays. We created 4 additional support points, which means that we have 12 support points, which is nice. Lots of people wanted to drop out of their education. We've got maintenance on the Marauder, triple strength. That is improving. Not a lot of room for improvement left, but some. We've got medium pulse lasers. Several of them are at quality C still. The left arm is at quality C. The right arm just going up to B. We also have the right leg and a large pulse laser at less than optimal quality. But other than that, we are looking at a bunch of A's. Lots of parts have arrived. Lots and lots of parts have arrived. We've got the Jenner ready in 3 days. Mariana, Galatea, and Tethys Lance have all returned from deployment. And we have another engagement popping up on the 26th. Minor engagement. It is a turning point engagement, and they are bringing 32,000 points worth of forces. That is on Sector 3, which is our 2-day deployment. They're bringing 32,000. Is this another one where we have to take out 25%? Yes, 25% of that. They're bringing, again, the kitchen sink. 2 Blackhawks, an Uller, a Koshi, a Vulture, a Fenris, a Nightjar. Nightjar is pretty heavy, but not too nasty with 3 Ultra AC2s. It's going to do a lot of plink damage, but the 2 ER larges are it's going to be big damage dealers. 2 ER mediums are secondary. Targeting computer. Is that a 5-ton targeting computer? That could come in handy. Yeah, lots of plink damage. So 3 Ultra AC2s. That's 6 plinks out to what, like 40 hexes. It's not 40. It's like 30 something. 32, I think. I forget offhand. We've got a Thor M, a Vulture C, and a Thor Prime with a 1-2 pilot. We're also bringing 14,000 points worth of reinforcements. We're getting 5,800 points worth of reinforcements, and they're getting another 20,000 points worth of reinforcements. Okay, this just became the major engagement. The pivotal engagement. Oh, Patty. Yes. Yeah, 20,000 reinforcements plus, was it 12,000 reinforcements? 14,7. So yeah, they're actually bringing 35,000 points worth of reinforcements. That's no joke. It's a good thing we only have to kill a quarter of them, but it really sucks that that popped up on the same date as the other one because we don't have 6 combat lances. We have 4 combat lances and 2 recon lances. This is gonna get ugly. This is gonna get real ugly. frontline patrol maneuver. Yeah. We've got some armor, we've got some hover vehicles, we've got some alpha aerospace flights. We might have to bring in our aerospace flights. We might bring in some field gunners too, but I'm worried about them getting destroyed. Because that Nova S comes with 4 machine guns. That's gonna do a real number on some infantry. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking that we're gonna bring 3 lances, or 3 combat lances to the minor engagement, and then our other combat lance and 2 recon lances to the pivotal engagement. Numtooth, hey, how's it going? Just put plot armor on your guys. Well, we have Edge, which is kind of the same thing, but Edge is a limited resource, and it's not going to keep us from getting our legs blown off or whatever. Oof, this is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be very, very ugly. Minor engagement, my butt. um, okay, so that is all happening tomorrow. And oh yeah, we still have repairs to do on everything that we brought in from our last battle. Okay, Ratnabala is going to be on armor, ammo detail. The Warhammer is, well, the Warhammer, we're gonna have to replace it as well. Which one to replace it with? I'm thinking, yeah, we've got a Warhammer 8 ml variant, which has 2 ERPPCs and, as the name implies, 8 medium lasers, as well as 6 small lasers. It is a 580 movement profile with near max armor. Yeah, that is the one we're bringing, because we need all the firepower we can get. We need to have someone activate this today. Kazuko, are you available? No. Who is available? Shasa, are you doing a refit? Shasa is not doing a refit, so Shasa should be able to get this Warhammer out of mothballs. There we go, okay. We need to pull some units out of storage and make another lance. That's actually not a bad idea. I didn't think of that. We're gonna start by getting this Warhammer out of storage so that Scarponi has something he can pilot. Let's Scarponi. There's Scarponi. And we are going to put that. That was in Galatea Lance. Okay. So that is 2 of our mechs that weren't combat ready that are now are. What else have we got? We've got the Archer needs some repairs, but nothing too major. Let's see, Ratnabala, you're doing ammo. We've got an engine hit. And a lot of armor. We've got a lot of armor missing on that mech. The Marauder took some armor damage. The Banshee took some armor damage. The Zeus didn't take hardly any damage, just looks like a PPC or a large laser. Depending on who. No, it was a clan tech, so it wasn't a PPC, it was a large laser. The Black Knight took a bit of a beating. But mainly the left arm and left torso are the only ones that went internal. The Kraken didn't take hardly any damage. Let's see. Grizzly, we're not worried about today. The Cestus. Cestus didn't take too much damage. The Longbow didn't take too much damage. Yeah, Tethys Lance got out of there without too much problem. Daishi is going to need a new left leg. We'll be lucky to finish that by tomorrow. First thing, we're gonna have to pull everything out of the left leg, the rest of those actuators, and heat sink. Halima. Can we do that? Let's have Yasrudin do the heat sink. The actuators, those are going to be 23 minutes each. Actually, you know what? We can bring those down to 12 minutes each if we give that to a veteran like Sosik. Yeah, Sosik has enough XP. What? No. 5. Dang it. Also on a 5. Okay, and he gained an XP for it too. Nice. Let's go ahead and switch back to repair. And scrap the left leg. Replacing the left leg, that's going to have to go to an internal specialist of the elite variety. We'll see if we can do that on a 6. If we can do that on a 6, I'll be very happy. Oh, we barely made it. Okay, so the Daishi is going to be ready for work tomorrow. Let's see. Back up here to Ratnabala with the ammo. Okay. Let's start at the top of the list. We're skipping the Warhammer for now. The Archer needs some armor and some internals. Sorry if I'm jumping around a bit. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone that we're going to need is going to be ready by tomorrow. Never roll more than you need because it's a wasted good roll. We don't need an elite tech for that. We can have Oliver. No, not Oliver. We'll go back to Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm can do the right arm on a 4, hopefully. Okay, he rolled higher than he needed to, but I don't think that's a huge problem. Also, there's nothing I can do to control it. We'll have Vernita do the left torso. That'll be a rush job, so we can do it on a 4, and she gained an XP. The engine. We can have Fox do that in 25 minutes. Let's click. Okay, the rest is all armor, looks like. Where's our armor specialist? Elena. Elena has 1 XP, so. Okay, that's the Archer. The Marauder just needs its armor put back on. Down here to Elena. Elena's going to be getting all the XP for the armor, it looks like, especially all the little pings. Oh. She's already gained 1, because she started with 1 XP today, didn't she? We can't go any faster than 19 minutes on that. Oh, She gained an XP for that. The Zeus. Black Knight. Black Knight has some pretty major repairs needing to be done. We'll come down here, we'll have maybe Fox do the left torso on a 4, that'll leave him with 5 minutes. That worked out pretty well. The left arm, maybe have Vernita do that on a 4. Oh, she gained an XP for rolling a 12, nice. The hand actuator is honestly not that important. We can have Jasrudin do the hand actuator. The rest is all armor. 1/8 time, 1/8 time. 1/8 time for those. Actually, the list is getting shorter than I thought it would be. Grizzly, we're waiting on. The Cestus is going to be all of 6 minutes. 8 minutes, correction. The Longbow is also not going to be more than 23 minutes, looks like. That'll leave us with 210. And Elena gained another XP. Man. Last but not least, the Daishi needs everything put back in its leg. We'll start with the actuators. We'll have Jasrudin do those. That's going to be 270 minutes. Heat sink, we can have Sosik can do the heat sink because he's close to leveling up. Oh, didn't we have him do the armor too, but it worked out. Where's Elena? Man, Elena's gained 4 XP already today. Okay, the Warhammer and the Grizzly we're not worried about because they're not in the TONE. Carpet Thighs, hey, how's it going? Didn't see you there for a second. Glad you could make it. Don't know how long you've been lurking, or if you've been lurking, or if you just showed up, but things are going to get hairy. We've got 2 battles coming up on the morrow. The one we went searching for is a pivotal engagement up against 33,000 points worth of enemies. We do have some reinforcements on the way, but I was planning on bringing 3 lances to that. And then randomly spawned a minor engagement, quote-unquote minor, where they're bringing 32,000 points worth of units and another 35,000 points worth of reinforcements. In both of these battles, we only have to destroy a quarter of the Op4, which is 8,000 points and change in each of those battles, but we only have 6 combat lances, and I want to bring 3 to each of them. And when I say combat lances, I'm including like Ryuku Lance, which is a Phoenix Hawk, a Jenner, a Spider, and a Hunchback, a modified Hunchback, with only a large laser and 6 mediums. So yeah, we're probably going to be taking Virank's advice and pulling some things out of mothballs so that we can create a 7th lance. And then we're going to be spending all of our support points to bring 7 lances to these 2 battles. So what mechs do we want to thrust out? I've always been fond of Battlemaster. It doesn't have a lot of long-range punch. Honestly, it's kind of lacking in short-range punch too, but it's faster than most 85-ton mechs, and it's well armored. Well, I say that, but the arms and legs are less than max. So what mechs do we want to bring to this? We've got a Cyclops 10B, has 2 PPCs, 2 LRM-10s, 4 medium lasers, and an SRM-4, all of which has Artemis and Case, and an ECM and an active suite. Yeah, Yeah, we could bring the Cyclops. It's max armor, 28 heat sinks, so that's enough for both PPCs, or both PPCs and 2 LRM-10s, if we stand still. Or, if we are at close range, that's 3, 6, 12, 15, leaves 13. So a PPC, all the short range stuff, running and cooling down by 1 point. Yeah, that's a pretty well balanced mech. We'll go ahead and pull that out of mothballs. Ooh. And pull that out of mothballs. Let's see. We already... Okay, Septi's not doing anything. Where's Septi? There's Septi. Okay, so that's an assault mech, 90 tons. We've got a Highlander Mark II, which has a Gauss rifle and an LRM-20 and some close range weaponry. Yeah. It's not as fast as the Cyclops, but it has jump jets and also max armor, which is nice. But yeah, we'll have Shasa. Shasa's already done some work today, hasn't she? No, Shasa. Oh. No, Shasa's not doing a refit. Okay. So can Shasa pull the Highlander out? No, Shasa has spent all of her time already. Is Shasa spending her time on? I didn't finish off anyone's time in the repair bay today. But she has no time. Let's see. Who's next? With a full-time Big Knock? And Big Knock activate this Highlander. Okay. So, Lance number 7. We've got a Cyclops, we've got a Highlander. We do have a Stalker. Doesn't have any clan tech, but it is fairly optimized. Double heat sinks. 2 larges and 4 LRM5s. It's not a lot of long range punch. But once it gets close, it has 5 mediums and 2 SRM6s, which is pretty significant. Yeah. That's going to be Tamalika pulling that one out. Or not. Jamel. Jamel pull it out. There's Jamel. Okay, and I mean, pull out another awesome. It's slow, but it's tough, and it's got lots of long range punch. These two are identical, except that one is half the price of the other. Not sure why. Oh. 6.1 million C-bills or 3.6 million C-bills. Yeah, we know your opinion on the awesome. We'll take out the cheap one. We'll have, I guess, Guillaume. Guillaume doing any repairs? Okay, so we've got Lance number 7. A new force. I guess it's gonna be Charlie Company. Why does that look wrong? Okay, Charlie Company. Let's see. Mech Warriors. We're gonna have Komachi Ono, who is a 3/4 with strategy, but not tactics. Yeah, you might be a Lance Commander. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be our Lance Commander, so we're gonna put you in, I think, the awesome. Let's see, we've got a 4/5, 4/4. Actually, Bessie here could also become... Bessie here could also become a Lieutenant Senior Grade. Spend XP on gunnery. Okay, okay. Oh, 3/5. Yeah, we'll put you in the Highlander, I think. Because, well, no, the Cyclops has 2 PP. Well, the Highlander has a Gauss rifle. Yeah, we'll give you the Highlander. Uh, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/5. Let's see. Mike is gonna be in the Cyclops, and Ian Tortoise Turtle is gonna be in the Stalker. Okay. So we got Charlie Company, which is going to get. I don't have an. No, those. The other awesomes all have Inner Sphere PPCs. The only one with Clan PPCs is yours. For lack of a better name for now, we're just gonna call it Lance number 7. And we're going to add units. Komachi Ono is going to be our commander. Followed by Bessie in the Highlander with 3/5. And then we've got some 4/4s. It's going to be Tortoise. And Mike Boone in the Cyclops. Okay. Actually, I'll switch those. Let's see. Oh, no one's got enough XP for any SPAs or anything. Let's see. Boone. Okay, so we got Lance number 7. We're gonna have a Lance number 8. bring 4 lances to each of these battles? I don't know. I don't think 4 lances to each of these battles, but we can give Ryuko a break, because they're definitely not a combat lance, they're a speedy lance. So I think 7 lances is all we're going to need. Icon. Looking for Roman numeral 3. And formation company. Maybe not. Okay, for now. Hang on. Force icon. Okay, there we go. Charlie Company and Lance number 7. Force icon. We're just gonna do this quick and dirty like. Okay. Let's see. The Warhammer and the Grizzly are in the repair bay, but those are fine. Mariana Lance, why are you still yellow? Okay, not sure why Marianas has yellow corners, but everyone else, well, Galatea also has yellow corners, but looks like let's see. Archer. We might want to replace some of that SRM4 ammo. I'm thinking we can go with some tandem charge and some Inferno. 70 tonners are down here. Tandem charge and Inferno. Okay, that's gonna be in the repair bay now. We've got 387 shots of tandem charge. Nice. Did not realize we had that much. We'll have Ratnabala install those. Okay. Think. Kamachi is using your camo. I hope you don't mind. Actually, you should be using that camo. Visual camo, that was Akira Urban, that was under standard Akira. Okay. Standard. There we go. Okay. Now Hoser's in the right color mech, and Kamachi is in the right color mech as well. Okay. So I think we're ready to advance the day. I don't think we have any more repairs to take care of. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. 45 minutes in, we've only got an hour left of today's stream. Carpethice, Numbtooth, I don't know if you guys were here when I announced at the beginning of the stream, but we are going to be cutting it a bit short today. I have somewhere to be at 6:30, so I am trying to be cutting this off at about 540 to 530-ish. Do we have any votes as to which engagement to take on first? The pivotal engagement that we saw first, or the minor engagement that has 55,000 points worth of op4? 30 plus 25 or something like that. 32 plus 35. No, 67,000. Alright, any thoughts, anyone? As far as which battle to do first? And by that I mean which battle to do today versus which one to do next week. Little one first? You mean the pivotal? The one without the 30,000 reinforcements? I assume? Alright, and which mechs are we bringing to that one? We can bring... Okay, yeah. We'll start with that one. How do we want to divvy this up? Now, they might not be bringing 35,000 points worth of reinforcements, but they are bringing 33,000 points worth of op4. This one doesn't seem to have a lot in the way of long-range weapons. Large pulse, those are what, 5, 10, 15 range bracket? Oh. ER medium, ER large, LRM 10. So that's a little bit of a long-range battler. Battle Cobra with large pulses. Black Lantern Prime, again, ER medium, ER large, LRM 10. I'm thinking we want to bring our Inner Sphere PPCs against the Black Lanterns, because we can get a little bit of a range advantage against them. The Black Hawk is an LRM 20 and an LB5X. We're not going to outrange him, but we can outdamage him. Okay. Start with Tonga Lance. And we will commit Tonga Lance to that. Oh, Illusion and Ryuku are not available. We're only going to have 5 lances total. Okay. So we'll bring Tonga and 7. Bring Tonga and 7 to that one, and then we'll bring Mariana, Galatea, and Tethys to the other. It only gives us 40,000 points. This only gives us like 23. Let's see, we've got 12 support points. We're already spending 2 to get a 5. 5 is really likely on 2 dice. Not guaranteed. We rolled the 5. Like you said, don't roll higher than you need to. Don't waste those good rolls on when you don't need them. All right. Yeah, Hoser's rolling. We need to roll just a little bit better than we have been. But this one, we did actually make it. So, our 8 mechs, plus an officer, plus some reinforcements. Not a lot of reinforcement. Well, I mean, a fair number of reinforcements, but they're not huge points. They're all 3, 4, and worse. And nothing bigger than about 70 tons except for that longbow. To their, well, they're not bringing anything super heavy either. The Ryokan's what, 50 or 55 tons? The Black Hawk is 50 tons. I think the Black Lancer is a little heavier. The Battle Cobra, I think, is a little, no, the Battle Cobra is not that heavy either. Alright. So again, our mission, destroy 25% of the OP4. Right? Yeah, just the OP4, not the reinforcements. That's on Rural Homestead Hot Desert map. Daylight, clear, calm. Got 2 rerolls, but I don't think we're gonna need them. Alright, who's the biggest bat on the enemy team? Oh. It's weird, the arrow's facing the wrong way. Riff, the 1-2 and the Black Hawk S is their biggest bat, and he is going to be a tough target. He's got that TMM of +3 and low profile. He's going to be scary accurate, and he has a combat computer, so he's not going to overheat for nothing. What does this map look like? Oh, it is wide open. Okay, maybe not quite wide open. There's a little bit of elevation that wasn't apparent from the preview. Scattered buildings for cover, which is nice. A little bit of elevation for cover. No woods to speak of. Alright, let's do this. Wait, hold on. I screwed up. Nope. Okay. Start game. Riff is fairly short range. That's good for us if the range is open. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we brought PPCs. Because he's got medium pulse lasers. But we are traveling as a group. We are not reinforcing on round 6. Or at least our mechs aren't. Our reinforcements, sure, they can come in on round 6, but our guys are all deploying on round 0. Round 6, our reinforcements are arriving. Round 8, we've got more reinforcements arriving. Okay, the Black Lanterns are the ones carrying elementals. Okay, I think that was the only thing I needed to do before we drop. We are not deploying minefields because that is not the kind of battle this is. Alright, we've won initiative. Oh. Okay. We got a +2 battle computer, but doesn't stack with the +2 commander. We rolled a 9 +2, they rolled a 6 +3. We got reinforcements on round 6, reinforcements on round 8. I need to get them down to 24,600 or so. 24,600. They're deploying where again? They're deploying in the north. We'll start with Poser. Poser is going to start up here? No. How tall is that building? Oh, it's a height 3 heavy building. Okay, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and end up in this hex. That's not going to give us any cover against anyone on higher elevation. Are none of these buildings height 1? That's a bummer. Okay, so those are all going to block visibility. That is kind of lame, actually. So we might as well just take the high ground. That is construction factor 87. Yeah, we can stand on that. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go there on turn 1. That should give us plenty of visibility. Okay, we've got Psychodoll and Blarg. Blarg is a Black Lantern, so he's got elementals. Psychodoll is the Black Lantern, so he's got elementals. We'll put our other awesome. We're not deploying up here on this in this area here. We're all going to be deploying in the south, so that we can maintain some unit cohesion. We'll start here. Let's see, the Grasshopper, which is a 585. And start maybe... Grasshopper is a close range specialist. That's maybe not the best choice for this battle. But we'll see. We can't maybe get a flank in on them. The two Stalkers are both kind of close range specialists as well. They have some long range options, but not a lot. There is Army, which is Battle Cobra. Okay, 2 large pulses, 2 small pulses. Maybe we'll have. Oh, yeah, we had Ash in this unit. She's got army or medium lasers. Maybe we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. The Highlander is gonna want to snipe as well, so we'll start him over here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna work. Let's see. The Cyclops has 2 PPCs. If we knew where Riff was, I would square him up against them. And the other Stalker will start, yes, here. Is that Riff? That's Riff. Okay. So we'll have the Cyclops start here, and maybe try to PPC Riff from where he's at. Okay. So we've got 5 mechs over here and 3 kind of off to the side for a flanking maneuver. Let's see how this works out. Oh, I got a sensor return over there on the left. That doesn't bode well. We have 1 initiative. Means they go first. There's Hooch. Riff is advancing. If Riff is advancing, that means we've got a Cyclops. Oh yeah, Cyclops right there. Cyclops can go here and see Riff. All right. Can we shoot Riff from there? Maybe, barely. Tsubasa and the Grasshopper. Now let's go ahead and move the ones that we know where we're going to put them. We're going to have Hoser go there so he can control the center. We're going to have the Highlander advanced where he can see things as well. And yeah, Riff with low profile and max evasion is going to be a hard target to crack. So we're going to probably focus on him first. Clownfish, what are you? Ryokan. 2 ER larges, 3 medium pulses, 2 streak 6s. 2/3 pilot. Kind of a threat, actually. We'll have Ash. To there, where she can't see anyone yet, which is good, because she doesn't have any long-range weapons. Tsubasa and the Grasshopper also would like to get close before he sees them. Looks like that's a good place for him. Tortoise and the Stalker can only go to there. Can't get eyes on anyone yet. No, I kind of wish that the enemies didn't have call signs. I would rather the enemies tell me what mech they're in, not who they are. Am I just crazy? Am I the only one? Okay, he can take shots at Rift from there too. And last but not least is the other Stalker, who's going to run forward to there. And also get eyes on Riff. Alright. Pooch in the Blackhawk D, which is the LRM-20 LB5X. Running and turning, needed a 2. Alright, starting with the big guns. That's going to be the... Oh, we've got tag. Okay, we don't have anyone in range of tag. We also don't have any tag-capable ammo. Okay, Mouthwash is attacking Hoser with 2 ER large lasers on 9s. That's not cool. Mjolnir is attacking Riff with an LB-10X on a 12. We have eyes on Blarg on 8s. We have eyes on Mouthwash on 8s. Or Tin Can on 8s. Give me 1 second here. I just want to see where the option is for that. It's not. No, it's not under campaign options. Come on. Okay, close. MegaMek options. Hmm. Response. MegaMek client options. Sorry, I just looked at this. Well, it's in there somewhere. Maybe I will find it at some point, but for now we're just gonna have to deal with it. Hoser. Are we shooting at Black Lantern? Are we shooting at Ryokan? Are we shooting at Black Hawk? This is Tin Can is the other Black Hawk S. There are 8s on everything. Wish we could see Riff. That would make it easy, because I would definitely go for him. But I guess I'll go for Tin Can. The other, well, no, that's low profile. That's low profile, but it's also 6 pulse lasers. Blarg is 2 pulse lasers, 2 small lasers, 4 machine guns, and 2 SRM-6s. I think mainly because it's the furthest one forward. It's a 7-11. And also it has elementals. So yeah, we're gonna go for Blarg. And yeah, we'll go 12 heat over. Next up is gonna be the Highlander with the Gauss rifle. Highlander with the Gauss rifle only has eyes on mouthwash, and that only on a 14. So yeah, skip that. Let's see, the Cyclops has Clownfish is out of range. Clownfish needs a pair of 11s to hit us with ER large lasers. We've got Riff on 15s, we've got Psychodoll on 14s, so we're gonna have to skip that. The Grasshopper is not gonna have anyone in range yet. Nope. The Stalker has Blarg on 14s. Other Stalker, ER large lasers, has Riff on 11s. And 13s. Skip the 13s. Let's see. Who's that? Komachi. And the other awesome has Riff on 14s, has Blarg on 15s. And that's Ash, and the Gargoyle has eyes on nobody in range. Okay, this might be about to hurt. Okay, our friendly Cataphract hits the Black Hawk Riff. Glancing Blow did roll a 12. Nice. Only way they were going to hit was with cluster munitions. It only did 3 points of damage, but it's 3 points of damage we didn't have before. Mouthwash hits Hoser in the left leg with an ER large laser down to 24. Hoser on 8s hits the Black Lantern in the right arm for 15, goes internal, but does not hit with anything else. 4, 4, 2, and 9 are the rolls. Below average. The Ryokan at the Cyclops missed on 11s. The Dullahan, the Battle Cobra Prime, missed Hoser on 10s. Army, the other Battle Cobra Prime, missed the Cyclops on 9s. Psycho Doll missed the Cyclops on 9 and 11. Our Stalker hits Riff in the right torso for 5, down to 10. Crawfish returned fire and hit that same Stalker for 10 to the left torso, down to 17. Pooch missed on an 11 and an 11. We got physical attacks. Do we want to? Is there any point It's a 70 construction factor building. We might use it for cover later. We'll hold off on that. Oh. All right, we've got a couple people at 2 heat, and we've got one person at 12. Go figure. We've won initiative because we outrolled them by 2. Our 11 plus 2 versus their 9 plus 3. We've got units deploying in round 6. Oh, they are not advancing. That's okay, we can also not advance. Yeah. Hoser does not have as much visibility as I would like. But now is not a good turn for him to be moving. So we'll have him stand still. Let's see. Cyclops. Highlander? No. Stalker. Yes. Can get eyes on Dullahan. At long range. Okay. Better than extreme range. Let's see. Tsubasa. The Grasshopper. It's a low-tech Grasshopper, except, well, no, it's not. It has double heat sinks, it has clan ER small lasers, it has clan medium pulse lasers, I forgot about that, but the large lasers are inner sphere tech. Yeah, we'll move into those woods at a walk, I think. That'll give us eyes on a good portion of the map. Oh. We'll have Ash maybe try to advance over here as well. Right, fish, what have you got? What are you, a Black Lantern? Are you 7'11", 6'9"? That is a Ryokan. 2 ER larges, 3 medium pulses, 2 streaks, 6s. Yeah, I think we'll go 7 hexes there. We'll just let the 8th movement point go to waste, because there's no reason to turn that way towards the building. We got all the evasion we're gonna get. Let's see, Cyclops. Get eyes on Riff. Okay. PPC's 2 LRM-10s. Oh, they are moving to the left flank. That is Psychodoll and a Black Lantern. ER large, 2 mediums, LRM-10, SRM-6. Tortoise. You want to move over here and try to cover that. No. That's gonna take too long. We need... Oof. Actually, only got 3 guys left. Okay, that's long range on Psychodoll. If we just stand still, we can do that. Oh, who was that? That was Crawfish. And another Black Lantern. Trying to get up close to us. We'll have Tortoise advance to here. Get eyes on Psychodoll for this turn, and hopefully try to deter the other one from coming in. Oh. Oh, Clownfish is closing with Ash. That is what I like to see. We've got the medium lasers, and he is within 3 hexes. The other awesome can maybe go to... Hmm. Got eyes on Mouthwash, but I don't think we're in range. Oh, barely, maybe, at extreme. Yeah, we'll start moving that way. Try to get some shots off to the north and maybe scoot across there. Hocus Pocus has disembarked. Okay, they made lots of running and turning on pavement, backwards over elevation change. They all need 2s and 3s. And yeah, they unloaded some elementals in a hex that we can't see. Let's start with Hoser. Or no, it was Tag. We don't need Tag. We don't have artillery, we don't have LRMs with tag ammo. Hoser, what can you see? You can't see Blarg. You can see Dullahan on a +1 for 5s. You can see Clownfish for 5s. Mouthwash on 6s. Let's start with Clownfish. Let's punch some holes in his armor so that Ash can follow up on that. Yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3. That'll give us 7 heat over, so we'll have a heat penalty for movement next turn, but not gunnery. Gunnery penalty is at 8. Right? Can Tsubasa see Clownfish? No. Okay, so can our Stalker see Mouthwash? No. Can this awesome see Clownfish? No. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Ash. And that's gonna be 7s. Let's see. Who else can the awesome see? Actually, let's go to the Highlander with the Gauss rifle. Who can you see? You can see Psychodoll on a 10. And that's about it. So we'll fire on Psychodoll with a 10, and we'll do LRMs on a 12. Let's see, the Cyclops. The Cyclops has Dullahan on a 12 or Riff on a 9. Yeah, if we get real lucky, we'll even land a solid hit. We'd have to get real lucky though. By that I mean we'd have to roll a 12. Let's see. Other awesome. Who are you shooting at? Shooting at Dullahan on 11s. Fire, fire, fire. The Grasshopper has Psychodoll on 9s. Yeah, we'll take those. And a pair of those. That just leaves the two stalkers. We've got Tortoise. Has eyes on Psychodoll and in range on 15s. Or 13. That's not going to happen. And last but not least is our other stalker. Has eyes on Dullahan on 8s. Not bad, actually. 8s and 10s, we'll take those. Okay. Yeah, the map's not quite as open as I would have liked, but we did hit Clownfish 3 times. Nice shooting. We got an 8, a 10, and a 6 when we needed 5s. Got him in the chest, the right torso, and the left leg. Down to 2 on that right torso, 10 on the chest and the left leg. The Ryokan missed Hoser on 8s. Ash on 7s, hit him in the head, her in the head. Roxanne takes her first hit, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 4. Miss, miss, miss. Left arm, miss. Left torso, center torso down to 5. Miss. Left torso down to 7. Head down to 2 structure, no crit. Dang. Second consciousness check, needs a 5, gets an 8. Clownfish returns fire at Ash. Got her in the left leg with a medium pulse, left arm with a medium pulse, right arm critical with a medium pulse, going into the lower arm. And 6 SRMs to the left arm, left torso, left arm, left torso, right torso, down to 20 on the right torso, 20 on the left torso, and 15 on the left arm. The other streak missed. At Psychodoll, our Highlander missed on a 10 and a 12. Dullahan missed the Cyclops on a pair of 8s. Cyclops missed Riff on a pair of 9s. Did land 3 LRMs. Glancing blow against AMS with a -8 malice. Still hit for 3 points to the right torso, down to 7. The Battle Cobra hits Hoser in the right arm and right torso at extreme range, apparently, for 5 each, down to 21 and 19. Our other awesome missed on a trio of 11s. Grasshopper hits Psychodoll on the left arm and right arm with large lasers. Nice, down to 5 in both arms. Right torso takes 3 from a medium pulse laser at extreme range, down to 13. Black Lantern at Tsubasa hits him in the right leg for 10, down to 16. LRM 10 for 6 damage to the left torso and left arm. Left torso is down to 15. Black Lantern missed Ash on an 11. Stalker hits Dullahan in the right leg and left torso on 8s. Nice, down to 7 and 4 in those locations. And 3 LRMs to the right arm. Nice. Hooch lands a 5-point hit from the LBX on Cyclops' left arm, down to 25. Our friendly Cataphract missed on 12s. Dullahan took 20 plus, needs a 6, gets an 8. Clownfish took 60 plus, needs a 7, gets an 8. Ash took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 4. Don't roll higher than you need to. And did they get Hoser's Light? Yep. Searchlight destroyed right there. It's a good thing it's not dark out. Alright, physical attacks. We got nothing. Heat phase. Psychodoll is up to 8 heat, so that is going to be a targeting penalty next turn. Our Cyclops is up to 1. Army and Dullahan are at 3 and 4, respectively. Ash is up to 2. Hoser is down to 7. Down to 2 next turn, if we keep shooting the way we have been. Not like, I mean, as well as we have been, but I mean, like, in the same pattern we have been. We have lost initiative because they rolled an 8 plus 3 and we got a 6 plus 2. And we've got reinforcements arriving in 3 more rounds. Okay, I think we're going to start with Hoser. Actually, we're doing a pretty good job of avoiding Hoser's line of fire. Might be advancing this turn. Or we might not. Let's hold off and see what we can see. See, I wish I could control Mjolnir. But I'll have to take Komachi. Komachi is going to advance to the left side a bit so we can reinforce over there. This might be the last round of the of tonight because it is getting kind of late, and like I said earlier, I do have to bounce a little early. Let's see, Grasshopper. We've got Jumping Jack, so actually, other than the heat buildup, actually, you know what? It's extreme range. I don't know how much damage an ER small laser does at extreme range. Probably only 3. But the medium pulses are at medium range, so I'm looking at Hocus Pocus, those elementals. Those are SRM 2 machine gun elementals. Or do we want to reinforce Ash against Psychodoll and that other sensor return? And Clownfish, of course. Hate losing initiative. We'll have the Stalker go here. Turn. Let's see, the Highlander. They moved Hocus Pocus, Hooch, and Mouthwash. It's an odd pair of names, Hooch and Mouthwash. It reminds me of the game that movie that I watched when I was a kid. I think it was called Small Soldiers. Not the one about the toys that get sentient, but the one about the boarding school that gets taken over by terrorists. And it reminded me that the students in the boarding school at the beginning of the movie were smuggling hooch into the school in mouthwash bottles. So yeah, we'll have the Highlander. Highlander can get eyes on Hocus Pocus. That works for me. We'll try to take out those elementals. Was it Toy Soldiers? I think the name of the movie was Toy Soldiers. But it's been like 30 years since I've seen it, so don't hold it against me if I'm wrong. Ash has taken a fair amount of damage already. Maybe we can be backing up? Yeah, let's try to get back in line with the rest of the unit. Wish Blarg would go. Oh, we've got eyes on Rift from where we're at. But do we have range on Riff? We do. We've got him at long range. He ran 3 for a TMM of 1. Okay, so that's... Yeah, we're going to stand still and try to get the best shot we can on Riff. If we can take Riff out, that's like half of what we need to do. Because we only have to destroy 8,000 points, and he's worth like, what, 5,000? 4,000. Let's see, Hoser, can we get eyes on Riff? We have eyes on Riff. at long range. Nice. Yeah, Hoser's gonna stand still and we're gonna try to shoot Riff. Tsubasa's gonna hold off until Clownfish has gone. Tortoise can go ahead and advance. Can we get eyes on 5, 6? Okay, that's long range for the SRMs. But it's medium range. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're gonna go there. Try to take out those elementals. I think that's the best place for the map right now. Oh. Clownfish has advanced on Ash. 1, 2, 5, 6 hexes. So that's medium range for us. That's gonna be short range effectively for pretty much all of his stuff. Tsubasa and the Grasshopper though can come over here and get him at close range with the ER smalls. So yeah, we'll be easier to hit and create less heat to do that. All right. Nobody failed any piloting checks this turn. We are not firing our tag. And we're starting with the big guns. That's Hoser. We've got Riff on 3s. Yes, please. That'll put us at 2 heat. Let's see. The Highlander has the next biggest gun with the Gauss rifle. Only has eyes on the elementals. Right? Yeah. We've got him on an 8 and an 8. Might as well throw in some 12s. And you know what? On a 10, we'll throw in the streak 6, because if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. Next up is going to be the other awesome. The other awesome has Hooch on an 11, so that's going to be our target. The Cyclops with 2 PPCs. We're going for Hocus Pocus on 8s, Crawfish on 10s, Riff on 9s. Ooh, that's tempting. It's low profile. Yeah, we'll take the 8s just because it's a 42% chance versus like a 25% chance. Throw in the LRMs. Anyone else with PPCs? No, just larges. That'll be Stalker number 1 firing at Blarg on 10s or Hocus Pocus on 10s. That'll be Hocus Pocus on 10s. And we'll skip the medium. Oh no, we'll not skip all the mediums. We'll throw in a couple mediums. And an SRM 6 on 12s. And then the LRM 5s on 8s. For 2 heat over. Stalker number 2 does not have eyes on anyone, dang. Grasshopper, we're gonna wait on. Actually, no, we're gonna start with the Grasshopper because he does have the larges and the medium pulses. We'll fire. We do 1 large. and both mediums and all the smalls? Yeah, we can do that. And then that just leaves Ash with the medium lasers on 3s. Alright, Clownfish, looking pretty busted. Cataphract selected LBX cluster to maximize critical chances. Interesting. I've never seen that before. It's always to maximize damage potential, I think. Hoser hits Riff. In the chest, left leg and chest. All 3 solid hits. Nice. One more like that and he is going down. Tin Can missed Tsubasa on a bunch of 9s. Highlander killed one of the elementals with the Gauss rifle on with a 12. Nice. Mouthwash at our Cyclops missed on 8s and 10s. Clownfish at Tsubasa. This is gonna hurt. We take 10 to the left torso, 7 to the chest, 7 to the right arm. And then we take 12 SRMs. Ouch. Left arm down to 13, right torso down to 18. Costs us a point of edge. Right arm down to 11, left torso down to 3. Our other awesome missed on trio of 11s. Their Battle Cobra missed on a pair of 11s. Our Cyclops at the Elementals hit Trooper number 3 with a PPC, so he's naked. And then we hit 10 missiles to Trooper number 2. He is also now naked. 10 missiles to Trooper number 5. He is now naked. Wow. So our Cyclops just stripped 3 of those elementals of their armor. Battle Cobra hits our Stalker in the chest for 10, down to 28. Our Stalker on 10s and 12s missed the elementals. Did hit Trooper number 1 for 6 points. Missed with everything else. Black Lantern, oh, hits Tortoise on the right leg, critical. Critting on his hip and upper leg, ouch. He's probably going down, because that's going to be like a +3 to his piloting check. Missed with everything else. The Elementals on a 7. Oh, yeah, well. They don't get a movement. We didn't get a movement. So yeah, it's just his gunnery plus the range. So that's a 7. Hit with 3 of them. The right, center, and left torsos. For 2 each. Tsubasa at Clownfish. Hit him in the left leg with a large laser. Hit him in the right arm and center torso with medium pulses. Down to 16 structure on the CT. ER Smalls to the right leg. Center torso down to 11 structure. Left arm, center torso down to 6 structure. Left torso, right torso down to 10 structure, left leg down to 10 structure, critting on his lower leg and foot. Good chance he's going down now. Their Black Lantern missed Hoser on a pair of 8s, and Ash at the Ryokan hits him in the right leg down to 10, right leg down to 5, right torso down to 5 structure, left arm, right torso destroyed, right arm blown off. Left arm down to 7 structure, left arm down to 2 structure, left arm destroyed and transferring into the left torso down to 12 structure, medium laser to the left torso down to 7 structure, 5 damage to the left torso where the left arm was, crits on his engine and destroyed by engine destruction. Then we hit him in the center torso and crit on his engine 2 more times. So that's 5 crits on his engine now. And Crawfish in the Black Lantern Prime hits our Cyclops in the right leg critical for no effect down to 28. Our Cataphract missed the Ryokan on 9 and 8. Pooch hits the Cyclops with the LB5X to the right leg down to 23, and 16 LRMs to the right arm, left arm, center torso, and 1 to the right leg. Our Cyclops took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 7. Tsubasa took 40 plus, needs a 5, gets a 9. Riff took 40 plus, needs a 4, gets a 5. Tortoise needs a pair of 7s, gets a 9 and a 12. Nice. I was about to say, didn't we crit on one of their legs too? But that guy's dead. Physical attacks. Tsubasa is not going to kick the building. Nor is our Stalker. Alright, our heat is pretty well under control. Tsubasa's up to 4, our Cyclops is at 1, Tortoise is at 2, Ash is at 3, Hoser is at 2. We have one initiative by a fair margin, our 8 to his 3. We've got units deploying in 2 rounds, but this is, I'm afraid, where we are going to have to call it. This one was, what? Not priority, it was... What's all that? Was pivotal. We're going to save it as pivotal. Save game. All right. We are going to also save it as exit save. Come on. There we go. All right. We're saving this under a new date, 0426. Victory conditions are destroyed 25% of them. I don't think we're quite there yet. We've done some damage to them, but I don't think we've destroyed a quarter of them. Not by a fair margin. We're just now starting to get where we're doing real damage. We've taken out one of their, like, 12 units. But yeah, I've got a balance. I appreciate you guys joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. We'll be here next week if all goes well. If not, maybe it'll be the week after. Who can say? But in the meantime, I do hope you guys all have a good time in the meantime, and we will see you then. Take care.